Hello. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we made all the pages, now we're going to bind them like so. I'm using my Seven Gypsies bindery because I just wanted 2 holes, and this punches them nice and even and right where I want them. I'm going to bind it with rings so that, because I don't think, I was going to use my Bind It All, but I don't have any rings that are big enough. And so there we have our last one done. Okay, so then once you have them all punched, now we're going to work on our covers. And let's see, our finished pages are 5 3/4 by 8. So we're going to cut our chipboard to, let's go with 8 1/4 by 6. So we're giving it 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So we're just gonna, actually, it would make more sense if I do the 8 1/4 first. I'm just gonna cut it down to 8 1/4. And I'm gonna put that piece aside, and then I'm gonna cut this to 6. And that should be directly in half. There we go. Okay. Then we take them, make sure that they line up, and they do. And I have just a little bit all around. So I'm happy with that. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is cut just a little bit more off the sides because I need it to be right on the edge, so I don't need quite 1/8 of an inch, or you know, the full 1/4 there, because otherwise it won't be even all the way around. So there's that. Okay, so now we have our 2 pieces, which are not the same size. I thought I cut them to the right spot, but I guess I didn't. I'm just gonna cut a teensy bit more off my bottom one, if it will work. I don't know if this will cut that. There we go. Now they should be the same size. And then there we go. So that's what we're left with. We have 2 pieces of chipboard, and we're going to cover them first. I'm going to cover I really like the idea of the snow globe, so I'm going to try to make as much as I can of that show up on there. So there we go. All right. And save a little on adhesive. I'm going to use my glue stick, and since I'm folding it or wrapping the paper around, I'm not going to worry a whole lot about getting it completely to the edges. If I was not wrapping it, I would make sure that I got my corners really good, but I'm just going to wrap it so it's not going to hurt anything, or it's not going to hurt if the covers aren't stuck down exactly, if the corners aren't stuck down exactly right. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to press the glue into the paper really well. Then just going to remove the excess paper like so. And work up the fold there. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna remove my corners. Just like so. I've cut that one a little bit too close, but it's all right. And then I'm gonna put down with the glue stick. You can't put down too much at a time, so I'm just gonna do the two sides, because if you put down too much, it dries really quick. Which is a bonus of the glue, but also, you know, a downside of using a glue stick too. It gives you enough time to maneuver it around, but it also dries pretty quick too. Especially if you're using an older glue stick. My corners down here didn't exactly line up, which is gonna suck, but it's alright. I'm just gonna pretend that they did. If it really bothers me, I'll fix them later. Whoops. Okay. There is the cover, if I like it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. We'll see if I use that as my cover or my back. Okay, then let's do the next one, which I think I will do. I think I'll go with this. And then if I decide to make that my cover, I'll be able to decorate it too. So we'll see where we go. See how it ends up. Just put my adhesive down. And flip it over. If you have a roller, it would work really good for this. When you use the glue stick, you gotta get, because sometimes it leaves a little lumps, and you just gotta press them all out, and it also helps the glue to adhere if you really press it in there. Okay, then we're just gonna remove the excess paper. Put that aside. Then I'm going to take this, and this time I'm going to leave a little more so that they line up right. Move that one. Move that one. That one and that one. Okay. All right. There's that one. Then we're going to go around to this side. I like to do opposite sides together. I don't really know if there's any sort of real benefit to it, but it's kind of how I like to work. Press it in there really well, and then fold in your corners. Oops. Okay, whoops. Need some glue there. And this one looks much better. There's that. And then just make sure that you really press it into the glue if you're using a glue stick. And then just removing a lump that I had in there. And there we go. Then I like to go and just run my bone folder along the edge to kind of help square out my edges a little bit more. Okay, there we have that. And I think I might just use this one. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, but what I need then is a piece of paper for the inside. And I think what I'm going to do is use a solid piece. The reason I'm going to do that is because I know that I'm going to put a pocket in there. So I want just a solid piece of paper to be my inside there. Let's see, what color do we want to use? I like this wood color there naturally. I think I'll go with I'll use craft. So I like the way it looks. Okay. So I'm just gonna place it on there. Grab my pencil there and right there. Take these two pieces and cut them. I'm going to save these because I'm going to make my pocket out of those too. Oops. Almost forgot to cut. Okay. And then I'm just going to place that right there like that. Yes, I am. I'm going to use a tape runner adhesive because I don't want to use the glue stick for this part. Actually, okay. Okay. Oops. I hadn't pressed it down yet, but I realized that I didn't line it up good. There we go. Now press it down. Really work the adhesive in there. And there we go. Now we have a back cover. Okay. Set that aside. Get this one. Sadie. Whoa. Sorry about the noise. The guinea pig is going a little crazy. Okay. We're going to put this on here. Just like so. Fits nice and good. Press adhesive into there. The wet glue sort of warps the chipboard, so all I'm doing is pressing it back to be a little flat. Okay, so now we have our covers. I still can't decide if I want this to be the cover or not. I think I'm going to go with this one. I can still put a title and some embellishments on it if I want to. Okay. So then the next step is to put on our pockets. And the reason I want to do that first is because I want to make sure that I punch my holes after my pockets are on there. I'm going to score it right there and right there. I'm just going to, rather than try to get a measurement because I want to score it at the inside paper mark, I'm just going to make a guess of where I want it to be, and I think I'll go 3.5 for deepness. That works. Okay. Then I'm just going to remove the excess because we don't need it. Just like so. Remove the squares because we don't need those either. And there we have that. Put that on there, just like so. Perfect. And push those on there. And then you can see that it blends in with the background there really well, which will make it look kind of like a hidden pocket. And then I think I'm actually, no, I just want one pocket. Okay. Oops. I think I'm going to do the same exact pocket for the back. And I'm just going to use my thing here. I'm going to score this. Put my first score mark in there. Do that. Put my second score mark. And then turn around, and I know it's 3.5. And remove excess, like so. Maybe even have a little too much there. Okay. Now I have a lot of scraps on here. And then if you want to, you can take some of your scraps from cutting off these and decorate your pockets. I kind of want my pockets to be like hidden pockets, so I'm not even going to decorate them. I'm going to leave them just plain craft cardstock like they are, and kind of make them look like an invisible type of pocket. You could edge punch these if you wanted to. Okay. Just need a little bit of adhesive. One of the things that I've learned is when you're making these pockets, you always want to put the bottom on top of the sides because it will help your tag slide all the way down and they won't get stuck if you're, well, I guess only if your tag goes all the way up, but, or if your tag goes all the way to the sides. If your tag is the full size of these, then it will help by having the sides be inside of the bottom. It'll help them to stick or to slide in there easier without getting stuck on the bottom part there. Okay. Oops. Got to make sure you're putting it on the bottom. Perfect. There we go. And it blends in nicely. Okay. And then the other important part of this is to make sure that you put your adhesive close to the fold. If your flaps are bigger like mine, put your adhesive closer to the fold so that it won't come up away from the page very much. Okay. There we go. And then we're just gonna stick this one right on there like that. Push it in there really well. And now we have a back cover. Okay. And there is the start of our album. Or, you know, actually it's pretty close to finished aside from embellishments. What we need to do next is grab our board. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. What you want to do is you want to make sure that your arrows end up. Oh no. Okay, I'm not going to be able to punch these, I guess. It's too thick right here. It's not going to fit in there. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll do it the hard way, which is actually going to be the easier way. All I'm going to do is line these up then, exactly where I want them. Just pull it away from the edge a little bit. Mark it. And use this thingy. This is my crocodile. Just gonna look for the holes in there and punch. Just like so. Okay. Sorry about the noise there. Come on. I won't be able to see if you don't come out. There we go. Okay. So there's that. I'm just going to make sure that they match up, and they do. The one thing about this is the crocodile holes are slightly smaller than the holes that the bindery made, but that's okay. Make sure that you're punching on the right side. It's just on the inside you would put the marks on the outside, and then on the back cover you put the marks on the inside. That will help you to make them in the right spot. Okay, so now we have that coming together quite nicely. Okay, then we're gonna work on is part 3. I will come back for part 3.